Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys a guide for players returning to RuneScape 3. So if you are someone who has recently started playing RuneScape 3 again, or if you are just planning to, then this guide should catch you up to speed on some things that you may have missed, as well as give you a few ideas for goals that you could set for yourself to make the game a little bit more enjoyable. So first, let's talk about some of the updates that you may have missed since you last played. So over the past 2 years, Jagex has released many exciting new updates that you as a returning player may have missed. And looking back at the summer of 2017, Menethos was released along with the Sophonem Slayer dungeon, and new Slayer creatures, places to train, and a brand new boss, the Magister. Not to mention the player-owned dungeon where you can actually put your own Slayer creatures. And they also boost the cap of Slayer up to 120. So this was a big update that happened almost 2 years ago. So if you are someone who has thoroughly enjoyed Slayer, then this update would definitely be worth checking out if you haven't already. And again, this update was 2 years ago. I'm not going to be going back any further than 2 years, so I'm just going to be explaining you guys a few of the other updates that have happened in the past 2 years. Now, if you are a maxed player, or at least a near maxed player, that enjoys group bossing, you may want to check out one of the many recent group bosses added to the game. So in the last few years, Jagex have added a bunch of new bosses, including the next Angel of Death, which was released in January of 2017, and then Solak, which was released in May of 2018, and then Jagex also released 3 brand new elite dungeons, and this is something the game hasn't had before. It's kind of like a dungeon in which you would go about it with your friends and kill some mobs, kill some bosses, and it's a lot of fun. So the next Angel of Death and Solak are both challenging traditional group bosses where you enter an instance and only fight the boss, but then elite dungeons are much different. So they're like dungeons where you must fight your way through different creatures until you make it to a boss, and there are 3 different bosses in each elite dungeon, each with their own unique mechanics and drops. And then the last boss in each dungeon is always the strongest and gives the best rewards. And personally, I find elite dungeons really enjoyable, especially with friends. It's a nice and relaxed place to have some fun with your friends, so if you think you would like something like this, you should definitely check it out. And if bossing and PVM isn't your cup of tea, then there are many new and exciting updates that have been added to skilling and questing as well. So first, looking at the skilling updates, we have received some things like the player-owned farm, and essentially this is a farm where you can breed and raise animals for loads of XP, and you can even make some pretty good money selling the animals. And it's definitely worth checking out, definitely the easiest way to get your farming up now. It was a very easy now because of the player-owned farm, but I'm not going to go too much in depth. If you do want to know how to make some money from the player-owned farm, I do have a player-owned farm money-making guide. And then the other big skilling update in the past 2 years would have to be the mining and smithing rework. The mining and smithing rework was released in January of this year, and this update completely changed how we mine and smith. It added many new ores and armor to the game, and it really makes mining and smithing feel like a completely new skill that I'm sure you guys will enjoy. I know when this update first released, I just couldn't wait to check it out and go mine everything, and I had a lot of fun checking and learning all of these different things about mining and smithing. So it is definitely really fun and pretty cool to actually discover, and if you guys have not already checked out this update, then I'm sure you guys will feel the exact same. And a few notable changes that came along with this update is that ores no longer deplete. So this is really great. It makes it mining a lot more AFK, and you can also mine with friends, which is a really key factor, at least for me. And then they also changed rune ore and a few of the leveling, so rune ore can now be mined at level 50 mining, and then multiple different new ores have been added that are better than rune. And then smithing was completely reworked as well. So with smithing, there are new tiers 60, 70, 80, and 90 armor. As you can see right here on screen, I am making the tier 90 armor, which is called Elder Rune. So just the fact that there are some brand new armors that you can actually make yourself, I find that really exciting. And then also, if you can see, the smithing mechanics has changed as well. And it's a little more interactive. I kind of like it, but it is a little bit of a personal preference. So anyway, this rework is sure to get you excited if you haven't checked it out already. And so now looking at the quests, some people do actually like quests, although I know many people don't. But as always, Jagex has released some brand new quests to the game over the past few years. They always add, a few quests per year. And they also added a new quest point shop, and this was about 8 months ago, I believe. And this is where you can unlock some pretty cool rewards. So here in this clip, I'm just going through some of the cool rewards that you can get. So yeah, some of you guys will probably enjoy looking through this, and if you do enjoy quests, the quest point shop is a nice little addition, giving you some extra rewards for actually completing quests. Anyway, so now that we have covered a few of the most exciting updates over the past few years, I want to talk to you guys about some goals that you could set to further your account and keep you from getting bored and taking a break from RuneScape 3 again. So typically there are 3 different aspects for RuneScape. So there's PVM, there's skilling, and there's questing. Now most people do enjoy PVM. This includes things like Slayer and bossing. And if you're someone like me who really enjoys PVM, then you may want to set some goals relating to this. So some goals that personally I have set, I went for 99 Slayer, and yeah, it takes a really long time, but I just enjoyed Slayer. I enjoyed, PVM in general. So getting 99 Slayer, I was motivated to do this, and I ended up getting it, and it feels so great when you actually complete these goals, especially when you enjoy, actually doing the skill, which is why I actually trained it over 99 before they actually released 120 Slayer. And there are many other goals that you guys can actually set if you do like PVM. So a lot of people really do enjoy bossing, as do I. So you might want to go for a bunch of boss pets or something like that. You might just want to get all the drops from a certain boss, or simply just make money from a boss. All those are really good goals, and they will motivate you to have fun and continue playing, try to accomplish your goal. So if you're someone who enjoys PVM, you should also find friends to go bossing with, or even do Slayer with, because this makes your experience much more enjoyable. And it is pretty obvious. I mean, when you do anything with friends, it's a little more fun. So if you guys can find some friends on RuneScape, that will make it a little bit more enjoyable. I know all of my best experiences in RuneScape 3 have been with a really close friend of mine. And, those are the ones that you remember, and that's when you're having the most fun. So you should really try to meet some people and do some bossing, do stuff with them in-game, because that is really the best thing to do in this game, and have the most fun doing it. But even if you guys like skilling or questing, there are some other good goals that you guys might be interested in. You might be interested in getting 99 skill capes, getting max cape, even the quest cape. And some people even find it enjoyable going for level 120 in the skill, or even 200 mil XP in a skill, and a skill that they enjoy, of course. But in my personal experience, it is the most fun when you are doing something with a friend. So although RuneScape is mostly a grind, you shouldn't burn yourself out and constantly be doing something you don't enjoy. You should take breaks, do stuff with friends, do stuff that you really enjoy. And some takeaway advice that I would like to give you guys, give returning players, is to definitely check out the awesome new updates. As I said before, there are so many great updates that you guys will really enjoy, especially if it's your first time actually checking out the update. And then another thing you guys should try and do is set some goals that you will actually enjoy accomplishing. And then lastly, if you guys haven't already, you should try and meet some new friends on RuneScape that share the same interests as you. But if you were to do all of these things, you guys should really enjoy your return to RuneScape 3. Welcome back, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys really did enjoy the video. Hit that thumbs up if you did like it, and subscribe for more RuneScape 3 content. If you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to comment them down below. I will definitely be looking at them and answering any questions you guys might have. But till the next one, guys, peace.